Hey guys, my name is Phinnah Chichi KG, and I'm here to share with you 5 tips. I'll call them Zoom etiquette tips. That's what I'm going to call them today. Okay? The use of Zoom has gone on a rise since this lockdown, and it's important that we understand the etiquettes involved in using Zoom or being part of the Zoom world. Okay? So number 1 that I've got here is, if you are going to be part of a meeting as a participant, and you want to turn your video on, then please sit upright. Don't lay down in your room and then or be walking from one place to the other while your video is on. It's important that if you're going to have your video on, then you sit upright and listen and just be attentive and kind of professional about it. The reason I say this is because a lot of times the host usually would want to repurpose the video. And if they're going to now share that video like on YouTube or anywhere else, then they're going to have you there, moving around and stuff like that. So it's really important that if you're going to have your video turned on, then you're sitting upright and listening and just being conscious, because the video could be repurposed. Okay, that's number 1. Now, number 2 that I've got here as well, because everyone is at home, it's very likely for there to be noise in the house. So it's usually very important that you go to a separate room, find somewhere that is a bit quieter, and have your mute button put on as well, just in case the children come by to say, oh mom, can I have this? Or dad, can we have that? Have your mute button really turned on, so that you don't get disrupted with the family, because the family is at home. That's number 2. Now, number 3 that I've got here as well is that if you happen to join the meeting a bit later than it started, you could have had a meeting somewhere else and now joined them, or just suddenly remembered about your meeting and then joined. If you're going to join in while the meeting is already going on, then please try to actually take your video off and have your mute button turn on your, put the mute button on before you join the meeting. Because what happens a lot of times is, if you say, okay, you're going to join the meeting and then take those off, while you join the meeting, your movements, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, all that's being captured on the video as well. So if you're going to join the meeting late, then please take them off before you actually join the meeting. Okay, so that was number 3. Number 4, if you do have network issues on your side, there's no point of sharing it in the chat box. A lot of times I see people say, oh, my network's bad. Oh, my network is this, my network is that. The host can't do anything about that. And those comments really kind of distract the host as well. Now, if you can't hear the host, that's different. Sometimes the volume of the host's volume may be faulty or something. So you can say that you can't hear. And then the host would normally ask others, can you hear? And when they say they can hear, then that means it's not from the host anymore. So try and avoid going back and forth. Oh, my network is this. Oh, my network is that. The host can't do anything about your network. So please try and refrain from having that in the chat box. And then number 5 that I've got here is for the hosts. When you're going to share your meetings and the passwords and stuff, please refrain from sharing it on social media platforms, just because of hackers. If you're going to do a Zoom, if you're going to host an event on Zoom, or a chat on Zoom, then send it directly to the people you're inviting, or get them to register. And then when they register, a link with the details or an email with the details comes to them directly. You just do that to avoid hackers. I was on one Zoom program I think last week, and hackers did come through and started writing some swearing on there, and saying some nasty words. So the meeting had to be cancelled immediately. So please, host of meetings, avoid sharing the password and also the actual Zoom ID numbers. Refrain from sharing it on social media platforms. Okay, all right, that's all I have for you today. You guys take care, keep safe, and keep your head up. Take care.